Today na number 21 day for the month of February 2019. My name na Capo Daniel. This one na my daily podcast for una. Ambazonians wouldn't see how they ran drag Seseko and the Naira 10 them put them for court for La Republique du Cameroon for Yaoundé for their military court. We see say no law in order for that country. They ran show them once again say they need to respect even their own constitution on their own procedure them. If what is with a lawyer them come out then waka come out for that court for demonstrate say no law no day. Now I think this will be done. They explain them long time. When I hear how even that lawyer them they express their dissatisfaction with the procedure the way they go on for that court.
Lawyers walking out of the military tribunal.
This is crazy.
Barrister, what happened?
No, the judge just ruled and at the same time refusing us our right of appeal.
So what has happened?
No, lawyers walked out of the court.
A collective walkout.
A collective.
Telling us about mansion. What is mansion?
In a mansion, you admit documents and you declare yourself that you have jurisdiction to hear the matter. Yet at the same time, you say no. They accuse people they don't have a right to appeal because it's a mansion.
What is mansion, by the way? That's the word that are telling us.
So lawyers have walked out the military tribunal. Lawyers have walked out. Barrister. So what has happened here today?
Just hold on, please. I cannot
People are so bitter, you know.
So once again, country people, Unaransi and say no law, no day for that country. They need to respect anything. Now you would talk say me people they eye them open. Me those who they work for civil service, those who they see imagine say one day we fish down with this La Republique du Cameroon will work together. It nothing ever happen because they need to respect nothing. Now a dictatorial system where they should down for court, they wait now wait where Pobia go talk am. The Pobia said they wait now wait where France go tell am me do am. So nothing no day for that country saying a law. We no say they no go fit move Seseko now because a lawyer then go argue, they go talk to one, nothing. They never ever release any man for leader when a Southern Cameroonian for that country, right from Abobala, then go down for all our leader the way they don't always catch and go down for Yaoundé. They release and I say we'll fight. So our only hope say they feel release Seseko and co. Now say we'll fight where we'll liberate Southern Cameroon. Because now only when we don't become contender, when we get something for show the war, now the time that way they feel take we seriously. These people Paul Biya no go ever give we anything if they don't know so we already get some chance we fit take them or we get them. So make we forget all this hope for La Republique du Cameroon. There is no hope say they go ever respect we like a people or respect our citizens their right for this relationship we don't find ourselves inside this curse say union with frontier they don't carry we bring them for day. When our British people they be use conny, we no get no hope for freedom, for respect, for our dignity. Mandela talks say when you take away people their human right, that means say that you don't take away their humanity. We cannot be under this situation and maintain our dignity as a people or as human beings. There is no hope in any relationship with La Republique du Cameroon. We'll see how for the weekend we pass over Saturday how a kelebe them the terrorist forces for La Republique du Cameroon where they don't go around because rebwage them the kikiwa people them bonbon villages them bon wasapita them. We'll see how they shoot for Nangwa for a Pekin fruitsy Angwa for Prince for fun of Angwa for. How them carry me go for wasapita then discover and say na Prince na for Nangwa for a Pekin na iwe then call na helicopter. Then carry him for hospital, run go down for airport, move on for Yaoundé. It take treatment. In life, it is fine, very comfortable. Where it show against the weighty. Say these people, them they don't care about we. They find so people where they go put them for before where they go pretend say that they talk on our behalf, but where they sell we for them. The same how where people be the sell fun be the sell slave for white man. They sell them for white man. I say it happened today. They find also people like Ekema Patrick. Atanganji poor and the funds the way they don't chop money for La Republique Jihan. They take them, put them in and stand for before. They talk like say they talk, they represent na all we people for Southern Cameroon. But we actually na social La Republique you people they work for them. Even for this was struggle for independence, we also know say La Republique du Cameroon, it find people for put them amongst we infiltrators, agents provocateurs, where they can't stand, they talk like they talk on behalf of the people of Southern Cameroon, their interests and their aspiration for independence. But actually, what they do, now say they try to spoil this struggle for make them, me the international community, they no support we, me them feel so being a terrorist. Now why that would they see some atrocity that be committed on ground zero by some other groups them. mainly the IG group and their forces for the ASC. Now, time what we need for begin explain for people that me they understand who they commit atrocity them. The people where they cut hand for instance, Tico will know send a group the way then they under the IG.
Yeah. Don't leave the phone without us.
How many times come in?
The interim government for America.
How many times come in?
You don't how much?
Ask the money. For make the boy me the work at one side.
How many times come in? How many times?
No be one case, no be two cases. We don't see cases them. Do one case for victim, we don't interview them, but we'll keep the interview and the identity for sake for protect them because a minor. No be one time, no be two time. We don't see cases the way interim government, their troops them for the restoration forces them. They don't go cut people their finger for Tico for plantation. Last week we don't get over 50 cases where they don't cut their finger them. We'll not go begin cover all these crimes them because if you recover crimes against our own Amazonia people, then we'll not fight now for our people them anymore. For the case for BBH, where they catch people there for they hold them for day. Now so IG their group for their local government where they catch BBH hospital truck. They accuse them say they be carrying a military thing. It happens say now one gendarme ikako be there for the way na anglophone where they be the hell up for transport things them. Even the BBC, he don't talk this story.
Even so, separatist gunmen have also been accused of harassing health workers and seizing their vehicles, accusing them of working against their revolution. At least 4 vehicles belonging to the Baptist mission were seized and the driver and passengers taken hostage. The security officers, but in this case, the military man on board was a retired police officer. They even put the videos on social media accusing the hospital authorities. The only good thing is that they finally released the vehicles and the passenger after holding them for several days.
So we know say while la Republic now they work at born while hospital them, born schools them, they born houses them. Some specific people then they only had they use for Nangwa for them for Cameroon, where then they for diaspora way. La Republic they use them for use Amber Boy them for commit atrocity. So that they go use those atrocity way those Amber Boy they commit them for destroy the whole struggle we would fight for. We'll be done see even for the kidnapping for the students for PHS. We'll know say na Amber Boy they be do and where they be under influence for such infiltrators and such agent provocateurs the way they work for La Republic for turn this struggle for destroy them. We'll be see how Eric Tato become defend those kidnappings because now them be behind those atrocities including instruction me people them became cut hands of a ground zero. So when I need for know say some anglophone then they where they need to stand they talk now on our behalf, but they stand now for spoil what way we do them. So that me the war no hear or applied, me they no hear or cry. When I hear how Eric Tato it be the give instruction, me then cut people their hand and now those instructions are responsible for those crimes against our people which constitute war crimes. Listen to him.
The process must be reactivated in excessive proportion. Excessive proportion. You know, you have to, if you want to carry, you have to give the carry by one of the hands. Don't carry completely because when you put the person through an entire carry process, you understand what I'm saying? It will not create the impact if that person is on and having symptoms of the carry process on him. He was going to change the game because the family members will be seeing that hey, this man was carried, so it's no longer joke. Sometimes you keep people, you whatever happens to them, and people are looking, they're not seeing them. They're going to think that maybe this man is going to come back. Once you give that person a bit of carry, and the person has the carry on the hand, the person is going to carry that carry as a sign of the war in Amazonia, and that's going to create.
So people like this, they not represent the struggle for our independence. These are people who wants to destroy the struggle and make the international community to think that we are killing our own people. At the same time, make our people, the media, become so fed up, so tired with the crimes and the intimidation. So they made them stop the struggle. Now, why that way they give instruction for Amber Boy, they made them begin collect taxes because they know say it go inevitably turn into kidnappings. No matter how many reports would not tell them. Say now that overtax the way they put the boy, they made they collect tax so they never train them. For the institute local governments them, they carry on judgment them. Now it cost the struggle me this poor. No matter what you will talk them, they know if you can stand for condemn them. No matter what you will prove them, they know if you stand for call those boys them, including those kidnappers. The case where they kidnap the students them for PSS would not prove them beyond reasonable doubt. Say these people they need to work now for this struggle. They do work for destroy the struggle. That is why they were able to remove even Seseko from power, even when it did for instance Kundingi. Why this particular message be meant for open what people there? I mean, they no say no be all man way stand say it support the struggle or say be activists. It actually work for say more get what independence and freedom for the people them. Now they say mean that say no be La Republic they commit the majority of the crime the way they go on for Ambazonia. As una know na La Republic be the main author for these amber crimes and both the crimes by La Republic the army. Una hear even our own parliamentarian and they were they don't expose and say that La Republic be the main people where they work at burn hospital, attack nurses, burn people their villages. Whether na the one when the amber boys na social La Republic or na amber activists that be responsible na social La Republic. We wanna also get a balanced view for here how our parliamentarian then put the blame solely on La Republic du Cameroon. Listen.
While some district medical officers and directors of hospitals depriving their catchment populations of access to quality health care.
Overwhelmed by the atrocious attacks on hospitals, Honorable Simon Fobi Chinda, who is well regarded within the opposition SDF party, has confronted the defense minister on the floor of parliament.
The army has moved into the hospitals. Any doctor who treats anybody from the war front is the subject of a threat by the army. And the doctors and nurses now are refusing to treat the people.
So it be important for our people for understanding that La Republic alone the work at born hospital, target our citizens them, threaten them for kidnap them for ransom. Whether they do now with their own people them or they do now with the forces them where them be loyal for the IG where them be infiltrated. Or they use manipulation for social media. Now social La Republic they do all these things for we. So we must stand firm for make sure so we continue for demand the real freedom for the people who deserve them. Because if we not get that freedom now, we go suffer generations to generation, go suffer past the one way this was generation. It don't suffer. We never see any other kidnapping them for any Ambazonian groups like the ADF for Abayacho or the one for Dr. Kwanga. Even when those cases of excesses they don't come out, their leader, the Duncan stand, denounce those activities. And it not be a policy where it be put forward by their activists and their leaders. In any case, this is a collective struggle where the Ambazonia people have risen up to demand their restoration of their statehood, which is a legitimate right under international law. So we go continue to be resilient and we'll continue to follow the leaders who are actually having progress. That is why this platform have decided to declare Dr. Ayabacho as the leader by merit. Because na effort they don't succeed for get a country where you go back we up, you go support what beat for become an independent country. So we go begin to follow the struggle and the revolution, not be like foolish people, but we go to follow the effort. Say the leader when they stand for before when their action they actually progress, they actually do diplomacy, they actually advocate for our independence. Now those ones that will go begin to follow their lead. Because it be important me they know say this is a collective struggle. So the people they need for begin resist. To follow the directive for the nationalist movement and the consortium when they be start this struggle going forward. We cannot allow Paul Biya for take conshot, come for backside, can begin make a move, begin to act foolishly for can destroy the struggle. Because as also Paul Biya become, he go manipulate people for give excessive ghost town, excessive lockdown, for make a move where people then punish themselves so that they go surrender. We go resist both internal and external pressure for us to surrender our ambition and our aspiration as a people for get an independent Southern Cameroon. The leadership and the movement, their rule and the activists never serve the interests of the people. And we're going to listen and obey instruction wisely, not like foolish people. Any instruction that does not take into consideration the interests of the people and their pains and their cost in terms of inflicting cost to the enemy shall be resisted. We have a duty and an obligation to safeguard the interests of this revolution against external and internal forces of destruction. We shall not allow this struggle to crumble with the amount of blood spilled, with the amount of pain and the sacrifices where the people of Ambazonia and Southern Cameroon, they don't sacrifice them during the school boycotts, ghost towns, and the human life lost in the battlefield to defend our integrity and to fight for independence, our right of self-determination. We shall not allow this, not under my watch, not under our watch. We call on all Amber Boys to abandon these so-called local governments that have been created that has no mandate from the people. It is the #1 cause of death that has led to the death of over 700 Ambazonian fighters. Do not accept instruction from people who just want to use you as political pundits. There shall be leadership responsibility and social responsibility for every policy being implemented or propagated on social media to our people. There must be a return of common sense and pragmatism in the struggle for our quest, because this is a responsible thing to do with the life of 8 million Ambazonians at risk. As the leaders and the various groups, they struggle to align themselves and to unite and look for a common way forward. We continue to advocate that the one that have outshined everybody and distinguished himself, Ayaba Cho, will continue to lead the way. And no matter whether he or somebody else venture to mislead or put to jeopardy the aspiration of the people, we shall not hesitate to turn against him. But we must safeguard the people's interests. We must serve the people's ambition and aspiration to become an independent and free people. We must continue to advocate the resistance against colonialism from La République du Cameroon, against annexation from La République du Cameroon, for our people to exercise their right of self-determination to determine their identity as Ambazonian. The resistance needs to continue, and the people needs to continue the resistance ghost towns. We will not give any leader a blind check. We will not follow them blindly. We will expose those that needs to be vomited and those that needs to be accepted by the people, for them to have those information and empower themselves to make the right decision on who to follow and who to listen and who not to follow and who not to listen to. We must continue to resist block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, gota by gota, as our leaders, they continue to pursue diplomatic means, because this struggle is going to be won on the international stage, not on the battlefield. The leaders that are producing fruits that we can see, those are the ones that are going to lead us. Leadership is going to come by merit, not by position. And any ruler shall be made by democratic means, not by impostors. All those who are in the diaspora, going around calling themselves parliamentarians, trying to represent the interests of the people, calling themselves local or county representatives who haven't been voted or been given the mandate by the people, should desist from practicing imposturing. Nobody should misrepresent the people of Southern Cameroon, not in the international stage, not in the domestic stage. Everybody have the right to represent the interests of the people, but nobody have the right to be an impostor. We have witnessed Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora positioning themselves as impostors for local government and counties, sending our young men and children to expose themselves in formations and defense ideology that has led to tremendous death of our people. That cannot continue. That has to stop. That has to be resisted. It is our sacred duty to preserve life and the life of the Amba Boys. Those who perpetrate crimes against Ambazonians, they have to know that they will have no cover in social media. And those who seek to give political cover for crimes against Ambazonians will be called out by names henceforth. We must protect the life of our people and the dignity of our people and their interests. This is a time for planting. We call on people to go to farm, to work and prepare for harvesting next year, because without food we are going to die. We cannot die by our own hands. We shall not die by our own measures. We will not allow Pobia to use the back door, to use some of us, just as he's using Anguafo, Ataranjipo and Ekema. We will not allow him to use the diasporans and some people who impose themselves as activists of the struggle, who are actually working for Pobia. We must safeguard ourselves by being wise, by being rational, by asking the right questions. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, the resistance must continue. The resistance must continue because this is the right thing to do. We cannot allow ourselves to live less than human beings. We cannot compromise our God-given human right of self-determination, human dignity, the pursuit of happiness, the rights to live economically free and politically free. We must fight for our separation from La République du Cameroon. We must fight to exercise our God-given and our internationally acceptable and recognized right of self-determination to determine the political outlook and the future of our state, to become an Ambazonian state where the people will decide who is going to rule them, what status the country is going to be, whether it is a federation, a republic. The people will deserve the right, and they will have that right to exercise that right of self-determination to determine our political outlook. God bless you, and may this our revolution be short. May our independence be long, and our freedom for our future generation be eternal. May the pain and humiliation that we feel today in the hands of the Egyptians La République du Cameroon and their children who have been seen in our village to maim, kill, rape, and burn our people alive, may we never live to see them. May another generation of Southern Cameroonians never live to see this barbaric act, this atrocious genocidal act of La République du Cameroon. God bless you.